cosmetic business is a fast-growing business in Nigeria, and that's because people are now more concerned about the way they look. Research shows that the average Nigerian woman spends at least 5% of her monthly income on bathing soaps, body cream, and all other cosmetic products. Today on SME Hub, we will be focusing on the cosmetic and beauty business in Nigeria. My name is Omobolanle Adeshuyi. Welcome on board.
The cosmetics and personal care industry globally generates an estimated annual turnover of around $400 billion over the last 20 years. In Nigeria, the beauty and personal care market could reach 3.2 billion euros by 2021, making Nigeria the rising star in Sub-Saharan Africa. Products for hair and body care are predominant on the beauty market in Sub-Saharan Africa, where face products and makeup remain marginal but have strong potential. Africa's largest economy clearly has a lot to offer. The Nigerian beauty and personal care market is currently worth more than $1.25 billion at retail and is forecast to reach more than $1.31 billion next year, according to Euromonitor International. Cosmetics includes a wide range of products from skincare items to makeup and beauty items. These are items that predominantly appeal to women and men alike to purchase beauty products, even though men are interested in cosmetics. Nigeria has emerged as the investment destinations of choice to international firms aiming to capture the beauty and personal care market in the continent.
Glad to know you're still there. I have with me Mercy Adekola, CEO, Goldie Organics Beauty and Cosmetics Skincare. Hello, Mercy.
Hi, Bola.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Now, it looks like a lot of attention is now being paid on the way people look. People now focus their attention on how they look, the kind of body cream they use, and all of that. What do you think has happened?
Well, definitely, there's this notion that says looking good is a great business. So definitely everyone wants to look good, irrespective of, now it doesn't have to do with women alone, even men. See, so many men want to look good. They are more concerned and more conscious about how they look, how their skin color looks like. And, it's a great business now. That's why you see everyone delving into the skincare business, because they now see that's the new oil money. Of course, it's not like that. It comes with a lot of challenges, but definitely due to the fact that it is on the high demand now. So you see so many people going into the business.
Talking about the fact that a lot of people are going into it, isn't that even a risk on its own? Because now you see a lot of, especially ladies, patronizing all manner of cosmetologists in the name of cosmetologists, and then in the end they buy products that eventually damage their skin.
Definitely, thank you for that question. The issue is that it's I see it as market saturation. The market is so saturated with a lot of people now who come, all in the name of I'm into organics, I'm selling naturals, I'm selling, natural skincare, organic skincare. So like I said, the market is so saturated. You see so many people mixing different things up. But I'm glad to find out that, with time now, they're actually, unveiling many of these maintenance, because I'll call it maintenance because it's really alarming. When you go on Instagram today, when you go on social media today and just type the word skincare, you'll be marveled at the number of people you see online, into the skincare business. And aside from market saturation, just like I said, probably because there are so many factors contributing to this thing. Apart from the fact that they now see it as the new business that is trending, that brings in money, there's this cravings that people have now. I'm not going to be judgmental, I'm not going to be sentimental, but there's this new craving that everyone craves for this you know, there's this magazine look. There's this particular way people actually want to look. Everyone wants to look fair.
We'll definitely get to that,
yeah,
because that is one
that
big
aspect.
menace, as you said. So before we talk about people wanting to be fair or attain a particular look, let's look at how to tell which beauty product or cosmetic is authentic.
Okay, when it comes to authenticity of products now, I tell people as a vendor and as a customer, it boils down on both parts. As a vendor, when you're pushing out a product out there, you should, of course, your product has a label. The ingredients you have in those products should be well stated, should be well spelled out. And as a customer, that is why customer education is important. As a customer, you're meant to understand some of these ingredients. That is when you know there are some ingredients you use. What I'll say, products can actually be okay for Mr. A and not be okay for Miss A and not be okay for Miss B, or Mr. A or Miss B, whichever the case may be. That is why when you read the ingredient, you as an individual, there are people who know that whenever I play around with turmeric on my skin, it clears up. Some people know that whenever I use probably a toner that has probably alcohol, that is alcohol based, my skin reacts negatively to it. So when you buy a product and you look at what is being stated,
the ingredients,
there, you look at the ingredients, you read up, you know what this is and what it is not. You can even ask questions. Sometimes when you buy from these vendors, some of them you have personal relationships with them. You ask them, at what percentage are you putting so particular whatever ingredients you're putting into it, and from there you will know who is even who.
But then it has to start with the vendor also listing those ingredients on the
those ingredients on it. So when it is clearly listed, and you as a customer, when you're when you're aware and you're well informed, then you'll be able to follow it up from there and know that okay, this person knows what he or she is doing, and you know that okay, this thing is safe to put on my skin.
So how long have you been doing this, and why did you go into it?
Okay, thank you. I was barely a year. And the major reason why I ventured into it was back then, I think 2019 or towards the end of 2018, I battled with a severe skin issues. I was always itching. So, I got injection, used so many things, it didn't work, trust me. And I went to the market, these Oyo women now, all these Yoruba local women. And I went and she saw me because it was obvious, even most especially when I'm under the sun, it's always bad. So she saw me itching and she was like, what's the problem? So I explained to her and she was like, do I trust her? Can she make something for me to try? I was just skeptical. That's something I've used injection for and used all manner of things. Okay, try. And she gave me the soap. She did the whole thing in my presence. She used natural black soap, the likes of turmeric, there's this omiaro and all of that. She used them and she gave me. Lo and behold, I used this thing and it was within a matter of 3 or 4 days. Trust me, everything dried up.
Wow.
It's cleared. Just the way you said wow was the way I said wow. So ever since then, I dumped over-the-counter products. I was used to buying tablet soap, buying creams and all of that. So, anytime it finishes, I'll go back to her. Anytime it finishes. Then a day she told me, she was like, she has a lady too like me. Then I was a student who was actually a student who, gets these things and she's doing well in Lagos and all of that. I said, okay. I said, I'm not ready for business. Let me just be using it for my skin. So later on, there was a time I went, she was no longer there. Then I just sat down. I remember the stuff I got from her and all of that. Then I read up again. I went to the market myself, bought a few things, mixed up, and I was using it, and it was going very well. Before you know it, my villa mates, when I got home, we were on strike. I went back home, my parents and all of that. It became, a family. So everybody dumped whatever they were using and started using it. Whenever I go to church, our church members, can you make that yourself for me? Initially, I was doing it for free. I'll do it. Okay, I'm going to buy so thing. Bring your money and I'll buy it. Then someone just told me, why can't you, monetize this thing? We are doing what it is working. We have people have, stretch marks and everything. And they say it worked for them and all of that because it was basically, naturals, had moringa and all sorts of things like that. And I'll use. I said okay. I said, but before I'll do that, I'll not just jump into it. I'll learn. It was not in my line of, career. I read mass communication, so it's nowhere related to chemistry. But I ended up looking for someone who was, and she's actually an industrial chemist, and she's well grounded. She's already into the business, and she taught me from the basics how to make the whole thing from the scratch, knowing what active it is and their percentages and how the whole thing works. And I started. When I started, I didn't start with everything. I started with just soap.
Okay.
Just for me to have a niche. So I started with just soap. From there, people who were buying the soap were the one who were making further recommendations for other products. Your soap is good. Why can't you just make other things so we know we are getting everything from you? Instead of buying soap from you and we are looking for someone else to buy cream from and all of that. From there, I said, okay, I can't delve into cream for now. I still have to learn more. So I went into oils. So just soap and oils, soap and oils. Later on, I did my upgrade class again. I learned more. So I learned from virtually about 2 industrial.
So are you saying within the period of 1 year was when you learned all these things?
Yes.
And you've been doing it since then? Okay, so I know that a lot of beauty products, vendors and cosmetologists come out to say, oh, this is organic, perfectly, totally, completely organic. And then in the end, you find out that they've mixed one chemical or the other into the product. How do you deal with that? How do you build trust in your customers?
Okay, thank you. When it comes to trust, you don't build trust in a day. You build trust over time. And I was telling a friend some days ago, I said, since I started this business, it's not a long time anyways. I said, but since I started, I said, you know, I've never ran any ad, like maybe a sponsored advert or any, apart from me, pushing out content online. And even, of course, I sell from home. I'm an online business owner. I said, I've not done any adverts. I said, but do you know what I leverage on? Referrals. When one person buys, it works for them, and they refer another person, it works for them. And I tell people, I say, see, you cannot cut corners in this business. Trust me, those people claim it's natural, it's free of chemical, blah, blah, blah. I say, you state it clearly. Water itself is chemical, but you use the word harmful chemicals. Do you understand? I said there are people who are into this business, they'll mix, just like what you said, they mix. And trust me, you cannot use steroid, made products and not get reactions at the end of the day. If the reactions don't come immediately, they will come sooner or later.
Okay, so you build trust by continuing the
yes. When
way
people buy the products and they see how well it's worked on their skin, they refer someone else, and that is how.
So tell us about the challenges you faced in this 1 year.
Okay. The first one is should I start from the aspect of fund now?
Okay.
Of course, we know money is the bloodline of every business. So when it comes to money in terms of production, you want to produce. I'm just starting, on my own and everything. The money for production, getting the materials, getting an outlet. Because so many people would send you message. The first thing they will ask you is where is your location.
So you're still looking at getting an outlet?
Yes.
Okay.
But at the meantime, I'm still an online business owner. So the first question most people ask you is, where is your location? And this is just to the fact of what they're actually experiencing online, where so many people are being scammed of their money. So I understand that very much. So I don't have a location, but you can trust me with your money. So many people tell you to send the products. It's when it gets them that they will pay you. It's never done. Aside that, the present day inflation in the sense that everything has, been hiked, skyrocketed. Price of materials, raw materials in the market. And
where do you get your raw materials from?
Okay, they are locally sourced from trusted suppliers, so I get them locally.
Okay, so you were talking about the challenges.
Yeah. So another challenge is let's say high expectation of customers. So many customers will come to you and they'll come with a particular skin challenge or whatever, and most times I'm always realistic with them, and of course this is one of the ways I've been able to gain trust over time. And I'll tell them, see, this is natural. You don't expect it to work like the normal, the steroid made products. But trust me, an average Nigerian is looking for a fast action product. The word fast action. They want something they can buy today and they'll start seeing results in 3 days, in 7 days. And I tell them it doesn't work that way.
But you got your results within 4 days. That's what you said.
Yes, of course, my own skin issue was a different one.
At Blemivib, we under-promise but over-deliver. We keep you ahead of the class, we make your presence perfect, and we take it to the limit. Skincare so full of equity. Blemivib is a damn asset. Now me talk. Oh yeah now.
Blemivib Skincare! So most issues, like, okay, some people come and most people send you a particular picture. Let me give you this instance. They'll send you a particular picture as they being probably a dark person, and they'll send you another picture. They'll go get another picture online, the picture of probably a light-skinned person, and they'll tell you they want to look like this person.
Which brings me to the question of this fairness, this craving to be fair. Now, a lot of cosmetologists have different names for it. Some will tell you toning, some will say, you know, just to avoid that word. What are your thoughts? In fact, some cosmetologists would advise, they actually advise ladies, you're too dark, you need to lighten up a little. What's your advice? Do you also pitch your tents in that line?
Okay. Well, this question comes to me too many times, and you'll be like, you're selling skincare products, then you know the average skincare vendor out there is a light-skinned person. They use their skin as a light-skinned person to sell. They use light-skinned models. They use light-skinned this. They use light-skinned that. And I tell them, I said, I sell skincare products, not light-skinned products. I said, when you talk about skincare, I said it is general, and everyone is beautiful in their own complexion, irrespective of whatever complexion you have, your dark skin or whatever. And I tell them, I said, the day we start seeing this skin as a permeable membrane, this day we start seeing our skin as an organ, the day you start seeing your skin just the way you see your lungs, the day you start seeing your skin the way you see your kidney, I said probably we will do better than this whole discrepancy of running helter-skelter, looking for something that will change the color overnight, looking for something that will make you who you are not. I said maybe that cravings will stop. I said we are Africans. You can't compare the level of our melanin, the way our cells produce melanin, to that of a white-skinned people. I said, but I don't know if it has to do with maybe inferiority complex. You just want to be light-skinned. You want to be light-skinned overnight and all of that. I said I don't encourage it. I sell products for all skin, complexions, but you don't come to me and tell me you want to look like this overnight. You are a particular skin complexion and you just want to turn overnight. No, I'll tell you it is bleaching. Let's call a spade a spade.
So there's nothing like toning, because I know they call it toning.
So we tell you toning, we tell you that blah blah blah. Of course, they are skin brightening products, they are skin lightening products.
Are they healthy?
Yes, very healthy, when they are used at the right percentage and with consistency. Please mind that word, consistency. You don't use it. There are some products you use that you start seeing the effect in 2 months. There are some you use it depending on the skin type, and now you use them again depending on your skin type. All skin types are not the same.
So these products you're talking about, are they natural?
Yes, they are. They're naturals.
But you have to also get recommendations and prescription from an expert.
Yes, definitely, and that's where the aspect of percentage calculation comes in. That's why there's cream mixing, there is product formulation. And I tell people, I said we have most people we have outside, they are cream mixers, they are not formulated.
So what you do is product formulation.
Yes.
Run us through the process of your product formulation.
Thank you. Now, when you want to formulate, the first thing is to calculate your percentage. You actually know the batch of whatever you want to make, probably cream, butter or scrub. Now, when you already know the batch you want to make, the next thing is to list out the ingredients you'll be using to make that formulation, that particular product. The next thing is, in front of each of those ingredients, every ingredient has a particular percentage. In fact, when you go online and type a particular, you look at it, the usage, they call it usage rate or percentage rate. For instance, there are some products you don't go more than 4%. There are some ingredients, rather not products, there are some ingredients you don't go more than 4%. There are some ingredients you don't go beyond 2%. There are some ingredients you don't go beyond probably 10%. They will tell you from 1 to 10%. So when you know those percentage, you list it in front of it and everything, and it is from those you calculate. There's something we call it's under percentage calculation. Then you calculate those percentage, you convert it into what's it called now? You convert it into grams. That is percentage conversion. So when you convert it into grams, it is those grams that you will measure out and use in your formulation.
Sounds like a lot of mathematics.
A lot of mathematics. It is the combination of arts and science. Now, it didn't just stop in percentage calculation. It has phases. We have our oil phase, we have water phase, we have cool down phase. Yes. Some ingredients that will go into your water phase is not going to go into your oil phase, and that is where the formulation
phase as an FACE or PHSE.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we have water phase, we have oil phase, we have cool down phase. Cool down phase, it says that
those are the different, what's it called?
Phases.
Stages in the production.
In the production. So it is when you combine two phases together that you get what is called an emulsion. So emulsion comes in the process of you adding maybe your butter phase and your oil phase together. Okay,
let's save our viewers the headache of all these technicalities. Now, there's also, I know there are different skin types, and then there are different issues attached with every skin type. I know the major issue that most skin types deal with is acne. What's the major cause of acne?
Okay, thank you. Acne has different, causes. There are some, there are different types of acne. We have cystic acne. We have what's it called now? Psoriasis. There are different types. Now there are some that has to do with puberty. There are some that has to do with hormonal imbalance. There are women who probably when they are towards the stage of seeing their period or whatever, their cycle, you see them getting acne and all of that. There are some that has to do with the products you use. The skincare products you use might actually cause acne. Yes. That's why I mentioned something earlier. There are some people who, when they use probably an alcohol-based toner, some toners, they call it toners. They're facial cleanser. I have to break it down. There are some that actually has alcohol as the base. There are some that has hydrosol as the base. So there are people who react to alcohol. I have so many customers who would ask you, the first question is, please, what is the state of your toner? Is it alcohol? If it is, they'll run away from it because it might break out from it. Sometimes that's to do with our hygiene. If you go to some people's house, like their bedspread, your pillowcase for weeks, you not wash it. There's no how you will not, break out from acne. Some it has to do with diet. I tell people, I say skincare is not just what you put on the skin. It's not this outer layer of the skin. What goes inside you also matters. Your diet also matters. You see some people, they'll tell you to reduce, probably your dietary intake, the way you eat oils and all of that. These things also lead to, acne. So there are so many issues.
So what are the, let's say, the practical steps one can take that personally now without having to maybe consult, before consulting with an expert? What are some home remedies or personal steps, personal hygiene measures that you can put in place to avoid a breakout or to deal with a breakout when you have one? Okay, so
personally, I'm not always in support of DIYs. DIYs as do it yourself. Go to YouTube today. You see when videos of DIYs, mix baking soda with toothpaste,
with shea butter.
Apply, blah, blah, blah. I'm not in support of that. Okay. Please, when it comes to hygiene, for instance, if you are someone who uses makeup, you're not expected to go to bed with your makeup, irrespective of how tired you are.
Of course.
From the whole day stress and everything, wear makeup. Please clean your face very well. You actually double clean it before going to bed. Then, most ladies, whenever they want to sleep, they leave their hair, dropping on their face. Some of the products you use on your hair, like hair cream, whatever you must have applied on your weaves and everything. Sometimes when they drop on your facial skin, you're prone to breaking out. The next thing is our hygiene. Like I said, our pillowcase, whatever we use, our towels. That's why some people advise you don't even use the towel you use on your body on your face. You wash them, make them clean. Your best friend, make them clean. Whenever you're eating, eat fruits, eat good food, rest well. That's the major thing. When you rest and sleep, there are so many of these skin issues or whatever issues we even think we have that can actually do without when you rest.
Let's also talk about sunburn, because I know that's one issue that a lot of ladies deal with.
Okay, so sunburn it's a general issue. It's virtually everywhere. Now there are different causes of sunburn. There used to be this belief that for you to have sunburn, probably you must have been using maybe a harsh product. Yes, that is also,
a cause.
It is also part of the causes. But at times it is not just that. We know the kind of weather we have, in Nigeria. When you go out there, and sunburn is not just this, probably a particular discoloration you have on one part of your face, or just sometimes your skin tan. When you go out of the sun and you're not wearing something that is covering your face, when you come back, you notice that your skin is different from what it used to be. Men battles with sunburn, not just ladies. So this boils down on the aspect of people using sunscreen. We have different SPF today, and the one we recommend is from at least SPF 30, SPF 50. Please make sure you use it. And this also boils down on the education on SPF. Some people believe it's only when they're even going out that they must use SPF. Sister, even when you are indoor, you are prone to sunburn.
Really?
Yes.
Where's the sun coming from?
Thank you. There's an idea that says if you can see the sun can see you. So if your room is having a window, or you are seeing the sun ray, you are staying inside your room and you can see the sun, then the sun can see you.
So what's the solution?
The solution to sunburn is you not using something harsh. It's better you take your time and use something that would, gently blend it out with other parts of your skin. But most people in the bid of, that place is darker than some part, you now think you using something that will make that part lighter will be the solution. No, you're complicating issues. It is better you stage with, gently take care of it. You gently treat it and allow it to fade off. Whenever we are treating sunburn, I tell people sunburn fade off. It does not, there's not like vanishing. They don't like clay. It will fade off. Gradually it begins to blend with other parts of your skin when you treat it rightly.
By consulting the right expert.
Yes, and using the right products.
Okay, so in wrapping up, what would you say has been the contribution of this aspect of the Nigerian economy to the GDP, or to Nigeria's revenue?
Well, generally, I feel it's a big industry now. It's a big industry, and at the moment, I'm not saying the government really checkmating it. So they are making a whole lot. Coming from the import of the raw materials, the people selling it, different outlets, taxes, and everything they get from it. So it's actually a business that is actually growing rapidly these days. So I feel it is contributing towards the economy. Okay,
so what would be your advice to upcoming prospective beauty cosmetic vendors?
Okay, thank you. My advice is don't just jump into it. Yes, you feel just like what you heard, there's money in it and everything. There's challenges in every business. I tell people entrepreneurship is not for the faint-hearted person. So don't feel you're coming to just make money. Please go through the procedure. If you have to learn, because that is the only way you can actually stay in the market. That is the only way you can be relevant. It might not be rosy, it might not be out there, just like we are now at the beginning. But I'm sure something better, awaits us. Because when you know what you do, once you can carve a niche for yourself and you know what you are doing, you'll get there someday. You don't have to rush. So just follow the procedure, learn well, go through the normal, classes, and make sure you're doing your things rightly. Don't mix things up. So you'll be there.
Definitely you will be there, but we have to go right now. A very big thank you to Mercy Adekola, CEO, Goldie Organics Beauty Cosmetic Skincare. Thank you so much for your time on the show. All right, this is where we hang it. My name is Omobolanle Adeshui. Remember that you can follow us on all our social media platforms and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at iBrandTV. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.